Hello, cronies. Instructor 7 back for something a little unusual. Y'all gonna have to overlook my popcorn habit here because this stuff is delicious. But anyway, I want to talk to you about something unusual. When I worked at the bar, part of my duties included escorting the waitresses and employees out to their car. It was a potentially dangerous situation because everybody knew there was a lot of money and only 2 or 3 people in there after closing time. It was the bartender and the waitress who were cleaning up, the boss was in the office counting the money and doing the paperwork, and me. I sat there, took them 30, 45 minutes to close, and then I'd walk the little girls out to their car, partially in case there was some weirdo in the parking lot, but the other reason is this. Somebody might get the idea that we were carrying the bank bag or the money out. We didn't, we hid it under a pool table. I can talk about it now, the place is closed. But I carried a 1911 with me. And I wanted to be as quick as possible, and nothing is quicker than having the thing already pointed at the bad guy. Now, fortunately, nothing ever happened. Nobody ever approached, and the girls I walked out did not know what this was. They thought I was eating popcorn. I had a popcorn machine, I had a white bag, but I had this right here. And if anybody approached, I'd have my hand on it, I could have it pointed. Now that's an extreme, dangerous situation, but you may face that. You may have to work late at night somewhere in the city and want to walk out to your car and not have to do all this to get to it. There's a time and a place for this. Now, to anyone concerned, this is all a piece of plastic, it's not real, but it just represents rough area carry. All right, if it was not that rough, where to carry it on your body? Any place you can comfortably reach, and I mean anywhere. Ankle, anywhere, other ankle. Somebody makes a really good holster for. The problem is when you have something heavy like this, away from your center of gravity, that is your belt line, the further up it gets or the further down it gets, like a leg drop or worse yet the ankle, the more it moves. This is a great place to smuggle one, but not a real good place to carry it for everyday use, unless it's super lightweight, because if you have to run or move further away from my center of gravity, the more this thing jostles and swings. Now we're talking a pretty good size service weapon, not some little airweight titanium lightweight job. But still, if there's any mass to it, it needs to be somewhere around the waist. Now, where to put it? If you have it traditionally on your side, that will silhouette and people will see it at a considerable distance, even under clothing. If you put it back here, this is very, very popular. That is sitting right on top of my sciatic nerve. We're not gunfighters, we're fighters with a gun. And if I go down, I do not want to land on this other thing. Come here, Billy Ray. There's only 2 things that look like this. I'm either reaching for my wallet or I'm reaching for this. Reach for that. Right there. I can hold him, bam, bam. I can hold that with 2 fingers. This is one of the weakest possible places he can put his arm. He leaves me access to do all sorts of wrestling holds and things, not to mention pounding him into oblivion with my knee. That's easy to stop. I don't want to have my hand back here if it gets close. Also, look, I could be doing something and you could see that bulging under my coat and be staring at it and take it, and I won't even see you. I don't have much recourse. Even worse, I've seen this one. Got behind a guy on a motorcycle the other day. His shirt was blowing up, and he had this big revolver sitting right here. Imagine what would happen if he came off that bike. Now, your chances of getting in a gunfight on a motorcycle are probably pretty slim. I bet it's a lot slimmer than the chances of you going down. This might as well be a brick laying in the road if you come down on it on your spine or sciatic nerve. In fact, I know one guy who did a little time in a wheelchair because he bounced off the back of a four-wheeler riding as a passenger on a hunting trip and landed on his big old hog leg. All right, 2 places I like mine, either appendix, outside the pants, or cross draw. Notice I can turn and have that pretty close. Again, this is a hollow piece of plastic. Or here, these two places. Because I'm strong here, because I can cover it here, and I can get my hand on it and be ready without giving it away with my posture. Also, if it's summertime and I'm open carrying, with it here or here, I can put my arm over it, touching right here, and have a little bit of pivot room, and people will not notice that out of the corner of their eye. And if they do, what does that look like? It's a black square thing, here or here. It looks like a phone, doesn't it? I've walked up to friends and had fairly long conversations, hands away and everything, and they never noticed it. You see this? No, is that a, yeah. Because I saw it, I thought it was a phone. They're not looking for that in here. So anyway, just a few tips and pointers. We certainly work with weapons, but we work with modern weapons. And we'll do a little more of this in the future if you're interested. Till then, y'all stay safe, be dangerous, never ever initiate aggression, and always initiate the like and subscribe button. Thank you.